Probably trying way harder than you need to get into shape. Starving yourself, killing yourself off at the gym, spending too much money on supplements. It doesn't have to be that way. And today we're going to change it. Over the last 11 years, I've worked with hundreds of people, whether it's people who wanted to lose over 100 pounds in fat or gain 40 pounds of muscle. I've seen it all. And they all made this one mistake. They all put their health and fitness journey on hard mode. Today we're going to make it easier. I'm going to break it down into 5 different segments of how this process works with me and my clients and anybody, you watching this. And we're going to break it down together. The first bit is going to be implementing workouts and nutrition. Then we're going to get into the fun bit of NEAT and habits and approach. And that's where the true gold of this video is going to be. For this video, we're going to use the following image and we're going to tier it 1, 2, and 3. Tier 1 is going to be your most ripped male body. Mid-tier is going to be more of a realistic, less toned body. And tier 3 is, well, you can see. So first up, we're going to talk about your workouts. Now, I'm going to go through workouts and nutrition quite quickly. I don't want to waste your time. We're going to get into the good stuff at the end, which is going to be the bit that make it really easy for you. But we're just going to really hone in and see what these workouts look like and see which tier needs what. Efforts for workouts are going to have one key variable. How much muscle do you want to build/have? A lot of people start their fitness journey wanting to look like a primetime huge Jay Cutler or their favorite fitness influencer. But not many of them are willing to put in the effort and time and dedication to get to that size or shape. I'm going to break it down with you today and we're going to find out the realistic place for you to opt for. So if you just want to build some muscle and get into decent shape, let's go over to our tier diagram and figure out what we need to do from the bottom up. The bottom tier, none. You can sit around all day and just be a slob and you're going to be smashing this tier. You're going to be smashing what you look like in this tier. This is where it's going to be. The middle row, 24 to 28% body fat. You can half-ass the workouts, just show up, kind of play with nutrition a little bit, and you're probably going to end up here no matter where you start from. It's just going to take you longer to get there if the intensity is lower and your nutrition hasn't been on track. 19 to 23% body fat. You're going to have to be showing up to workouts giving 70 to 80% intensity. Your nutrition's going to be pretty on point. A lot of people are going to see that and go, I'll be pretty happy with that. And there's nothing wrong with being there. And now we've kind of got a visual diagram where you may want to be. I want you to just take a moment and figure out where on this tier list you actually want to be. Do you want to be 47% body fat really lean? Do you want to be 19 to 23% or somewhere in between? If you just take a second to think about that, then you can figure out how much effort you're going to have to apply as we get through the video. I just want you to know after the first 3 parts of this video, we're going to get into what makes it easy for you. Right now, I'm just outlining what it is you need to do to get to these certain levels of body fat. When we get more towards the 16 to 18% body fat range, your intensity is going to have to come up for those workouts. Especially if you're only training 3 times a week, you're going to have to do full send. That's just the reality of it. Nutrition-wise, you have to be very consistent. Now, the top 3. 5 to 8% body fat. Now this isn't very healthy. This isn't where I want anyone to aspire to be, but should you want to be a bodybuilder and get down to that leanness, you need to be spot on every single workout, probably training 5 or more days a week. Your nutrition is going to have to be perfect. There is no room for error here, and you're really going to have to go full send, nutrition, sleep, recovery, workouts, the lot, just so you know what it takes to be there. Because a lot of people will see that and go like, I want to be that ripped, that's the way I want to be. But actually, do you want to be, or is it more towards a 19% body fat mark, somewhere in between that? Remember to think about that. That's so key to this video. The effort that's needed for this whole top tier is going to be high. Power to you, bro, if you're going to go do it. I don't blame you. But let's make sure that you have the right support system in place. So the right people around you, go make sure that your workouts are on point. Maybe you even want to consider hiring a coach. Try and make nutrition as easy as possible. We're going to go on to that as well. And you want to make sure that you're sending it every single workout. You also got to play the long game. Getting below 15% body fat is a long-term process and not everyone's going to be able to snap their fingers and get into. Play the game, respect the timeline, and you will get there eventually, but just know the effort's going to be very high for this segment. Now, nutrition. Bottom row. The only time this is going to be high effort is if you're quite small. And the effort that's going to take to eat that much food is going to be quite high, and then you're going to get towards that body fat. But I'm just going to assume that you don't want to do that and you want to go for mid-tier or the tier above. So let's crack on with that. Mid-tier nutrition-wise, you're probably going to hit about 60% effort. You don't need to be spot on all the time, but that's what's going to get you towards the 24 to 28% body fat. I'm going to say I don't think that's many people's dream physique, so let's crack on with the other ones. 19 to 23% body fat, maybe that's where you want to be. I'd say you need to be about 80% on point with nutrition. So apply the 80-20 rule here. 80% of the stuff's going to be whole foods, 20% of the stuff can be more processed and be more like junk food and treat food or whatever you want. Effort here is going to be about 7 out of 10 if I was to scale up. 16 to 18% body fat, the effort's going to creep up more towards the 8.5 out of 10 mark. You're going to have to dial in the workouts from part 1 in workouts and make sure nutrition's on point. We're creeping more towards 85%, 90% of the food's going to be clean and on plan, 10% off plan, to maintain that for the long period of time. Again, respect the timeline. It can take a while to chip that last few percent off to get down to that more chiseled 16 to 19% body fat look. Anything in the top tier is going to be between 9 and 11 out of 10 for difficulty. As you get more towards the lean 4% mark, it's going to be crazy hard to get there. The effort's going to have to go through the roof. And you're probably going to want to import some Chinese peptides, just to help you out. Neat. I'm going to keep this part super quick for you so we can get onto the good stuff where I start making this process easy for you and give you tips to actually take away. NEAT is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So essentially the energy burnt outside of purposeful exercise, such as steps. So that's the example we're going to use today to quickly get through it. Bottom tier, it's around 0 to 4,000 steps a day. Mid tier is around 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and then top tier is 10 to 15k steps a day. If you're doing those steps outside of your workouts and having your nutrition on point, you'll probably end up lining up in one of these tiers. The more steps you typically do daily with your nutrition being dialed in will determine where you end up on this graph. Phew. Now the boring part's gone. Let's get into the fun stuff and the ways to make this easier for you. Now over to the fun stuff, I'm going to put habits and approach together because I think they do go side by side. A lot of these are going to be habits that you should be implementing every day / week, and they're going to make this journey way easier for you. Your approach is going to be determining how you individually want to attack this, such as diet types, workout structures, etc. But we'll blend it all in and it will make sense. To streamline this video, we're also just going to take out that bottom row now because I don't think you actually need to put any habits or approaches or workouts or nutrition in to get to that bottom line. You probably just need to eat a shitload of food and probably a load of crap. And I don't think any of you watching this want to be there anyway. So we're just going to scratch that for now. So what we're going to do to turn weight loss from hard mode to easy mode? Well, what we're going to do here with workouts is we're going to make sure that we cap them at 60 minutes. Between 45 and 60 minutes is a sweet spot. It's going to make it easier for you. You know exactly how much time you need to be the gym for, how much time to schedule out. You know what you're getting for, and you know what to ask for when you get someone to make your workouts, or if you find a program that has workouts that you want to do. I want you to stick between 6 and 8 exercises per workout, 8 being the absolute max, 6 is pretty optimal, and do them within a 45 to 60 minute time frame. Having workout structure before you get into the gym is going to flick that switch from, oh, what do? I don't really know what I'm doing in the gym, to I have a structure to follow. I can see progression, and consistent progression will get you results. If I had a tier list, this would be S tier for help because it's just going to make the workout simple, easy, done for you. You just turn up, do what's on your spreadsheet or your app or your PDF and you crack on. Next, find a gym that supports your goals. I own a small little private training facility in Coventry and everything we do is based on results. I'd urge you to find one near you that's similar. Find a gym that actually supports you, has good PTs, has a good reputation. Don't just go for a chain gym that's going to have too many people queuing up for the bench press and no support around you. Find somewhere that supports you. It's honestly just like a cheat code. I'd put this one in A tier. Next, and please listen here, do as many workouts a week that you can do comfortably. You don't need to be making it too easy for yourself. You don't need to make it impossible for you to work out. Pick between 3 and 5 workouts a week. That's going to be the sweet spot. Schedule them into your diary, like using like a Google Calendar. That's what I do. Schedule them in and make them non-negotiables for yourself. Plan your travel time, plan your workout time, plan your travel time back, and prep for those exercises. Next, pick exercises that are actually doable for you. Get rid of the Bosu balls, get rid of the Swiss balls, jump on cable stacks if you need to, and learn how to use barbells and dumbbells. If you need to invest in a few sessions of a PT, just do it, or watch plenty of content online, review your own videos of you working out, and progressively get better. Now, nutrition. Meal prepping is going to be key. Pick 1 or 2 slots a week where you can meal prep, get it done. Plan in advance what you want to cook, make sure your shopping list matches the ingredients you need, and get to work. Stick to the meal prep you've got. You're not going to be reaching for takeaways. You're not going to be going on Just Eat or Uber Eats all the time. You're just going to eat what you've cooked, and it's going to make the rhythm of your weight loss journey so much easier because the food's just going to be there ready for you to get. If you want nutrition to be a bit easier, I've got a 3-step video that I actually sent out a few days ago. I'm going to link it below so you can go check that. It covers 3 stages of nutrition to make it easier, easy prep, easy grab and go foods, and what foods go together to make a high protein meal. It's about 20 minutes long, so I'll quite deep dive with it, and it's great. So give it a watch after this video if you fancy it. How to make it even easier? Eat whole foods. If you eat healthy foods, it's pretty hard to overeat. Whole foods are so satiating, as in they fill you up more. It's going to be hard for you to overeat. Vegetables, fruits, lean meats, even fatty meats are fine. avocados for healthy fats, nuts as well. The whole foods are going to be key to your diet and key to your success. You can obviously apply your percentage multiplier, so the 20% or 10%, whichever one works best for you and your goals, to fill in the rest with treats and processed food. Next, with nutrition, pick 3 lean protein sources. Chicken breast, minced beef, turkey mince is what I use. I also like tuna and bassa, so that's 5. But yeah, you can add them in. They're super tasty, really lean, but picking 3 of them and rotating them on a menu each week, each month, is going to make it so much easier and more predictable for you to hit your protein intake and know what you're buying from the shop. Just change the flavors up and you're not going to get bored. If you want to make it even easier and on autopilot, what I would do is I'd put your food into an app such as MyFitnessPal or MacroFactor and mock up a day based on the calories and protein goals that you want to hit. Use a TDE calculator to calculate how many calories you want to do to reach your goal, i.e. let's say you're cutting, so you're going to grab your maintenance calories minus 500, put those numbers into MyFitnessPal and put in a typical day of your eating and see where things match up. Start playing with the ingredients that you have, start playing with the measurements that you have of them, and it's going to give you like a really good example day that you can mock and just put on repeat and put it on autopilot to get your results. It's going to be super easy for you. And my advice would be do 3 days. So do 1 day that's minced beef, 1 day that's chicken, 1 day that's a fish. Let's just pretend it's that. And shape them into your week and go, actually, if I do these days and just change dry seasonings and some carbs, swap in, swap out, change the meals, change the flavor, you're going to get really good results. And it's going to be on autopilot. It's super, super easy. Something I give all my clients. But this 10, 15-minute admin task is going to save you so much heartbreak in your weight loss journey. It's unreal. So do not miss this one. It's literally one of the best things you can do. Please just download the app. Please go through the practice of logging. Make sure you're on point with your measurements. It's rinse and repeat from there. It's one of the best tips I can give you. If you want to go one step even further than that, make it even easier, hire a meal prep company to do your food for you. There's so many out there right now in the UK and US that you just can't get away from them. What they're going to do is give you strict macros that fit your goals and allow them meals to just be delivered to your house. All you have to do then is heat them up and eat them up, and you're ready to go. So that's even easier. That's like sticking a cheat disc in your PS2 when you were younger and just spamming cheat codes for San Andreas.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Like, it just makes the game so much easier, and it's going to make the game of weight loss like 100 times easier. Get someone to do it for you, stick it in the fridge, and off you pop. Steps on easy mode. What I would do first is I'd go on a test walk around your house, say 20 minutes, 30 minutes, see where you get up to and see how many steps it gets you. You can log it on like an Apple Watch or something like that. Then, with knowing how many steps you're going to hit, find out how many you're averaging at the moment. Let's say you're averaging 5,000 steps and you want to get to 10. And you know this 20-minute walk is 2,500 steps. You just need to go and put that in your calendar and say, I'm going to do this half-an-hour walk these times twice a day, and I'm going to hit my steps on autopilot. You don't have to think about it anymore because your average is already 5K. You add those 2 walks in every day, you're golden. I know it's not as easy as that for everybody, but trust me, this is one way you can try and figure out how to get those steps in on autopilot. You don't have to think about it anymore, and it's done. No more guessing or getting to 8, 9 p.m. squinting in bed like, oh my God, I've still got to do 3,000 steps today, because you've already done them, you've already planned for them, and you've stuck to your plan. Another way to put steps on easy mode is wean it into your day. Remember when you were a kid and you used to walk to school, walk to the shops? Now you just drive everywhere, right? I'm sure you don't go to school if you're watching this video, but you drive to work, right? Weave steps into your day. Are you going for a coffee? Right, is there a coffee shop you can walk to and do some work there if you needed to, if you work from home? Though that little walk to the shop, 15 minutes back is half an hour done. Like, just go and grab a bottle of Diet Coke or a sparkling water. That's gonna automatically set your steps up for success, automatically get your steps in. You don't even have to think about it. You see, killing yourself in the gym and just sweating buckets and just wishing you weren't there, making yourself feel sick, isn't the way. It's way easier than that. It's consistent workouts over time, done progressively and consistently. It's diets and nutritional approaches that actually work, so you're not starving yourself or just never having anything you like. That doesn't have to be the way. I've shown you how hard you have to do each of these segments based on this tier list of 1, 2, and 3. You don't need to make this that difficult. It's going to require 80% effort to get in pretty decent shape, 90 to 100% effort to get in amazing shape. You don't have to kill yourself. It's consistency over time is what's going to get you the results. And use these tips in this video to make it even easier for you in the long term. Keep food in check and leave just eat just alone. I think that was a good joke. I had it written down. I'm going to use it. Keep steps moving forward. 8 to 10K a day is perfectly fine to get into this tier 2 ranking. Let's make sure that we're just getting the basics done. Apply these habits and approaches and you're gonna nail your results in no time. Keep consistent and it's gonna work. If this helped you and you fancy subscribing, hit subscribe. If there's anything else you wanna see, drop it down below. If you want me to do a meal prep video, I'd like to do that, but would you like that? Drop meal prep below and I will do it. Let's get after it. Make sure this is recording now because I'm nervous that it's not. Thank God for that.